It was a quiet day in the courtroom. People came and went, each with their own reasons, each with their own stories. As Judge Caprio sat at the bench reviewing papers, a woman named Marilyn stepped up. She looked a little nervous but calm, ready to speak her truth. "All right, Marilyn," the judge began, looking over his file. "You were charged with doing 31 miles an hour in a school zone on Reservoir Avenue." "Yes," Marilyn replied, nodding. "The speed limit is 20 there, correct?" "Yes," she agreed again. "So, how do you plead?" the judge asked. Marilyn didn't hesitate. "I am guilty of that," she admitted. "From what I remember, I had 2 tickets. I already paid one of them." The judge smiled. "Oh, so you're a repeat offender," he teased. "Pardon me?" she said, slightly caught off guard. "You're a repeat offender," he repeated, this time with a little chuckle. "An incorrigible repeat offender, is that what you are?" Marilyn laughed nervously. "I've been very careful since then, Your Honor," she assured him. "But the second time around, I remember following the car in front of me. I don't know if the video shows it, but I wasn't really paying attention. I just followed the car ahead." The judge leaned forward slightly, amused. "So they led you down the wrong path in life?" "Pretty much," she said, smiling at the judge's humor. "I was distracted. I admit it, I wasn't focused." "You followed someone instead of thinking for yourself," the judge said, shaking his head playfully. "I always tell my kids, you can't be a follower in life. You have to be a leader." Marilyn nodded. "I agree, I was just lost in my thoughts at the time. I just finished work and was heading out to pick up dinner." "Oh, so it wasn't in the early morning?" "No, it was around 4 in the afternoon. I get out of work at 4. "So food was on your mind," the judge said with a grin. "Yes, it was," she laughed. The judge sat back considering her words. "All right, so you're guilty." "I am," she said. "Honestly, I am." "How guilty are you?" the judge asked, playfully raising an eyebrow. "Like really guilty?" Marilyn chuckled. "Well, I guess pretty guilty." The judge picked up the file again and looked it over one more time. "Well," he said, "even though you've thrown yourself at the mercy of the court, admitting your guilt and explaining that you were just trying to get dinner after a long day of work, and even though you say, 'Yes, I was speeding, I accept the consequences,' the truth is, you're not guilty." Marilyn blinked in surprise. "What?" "You were doing 31 miles an hour," the judge said. "That's just 1 mile over the limit. I dismiss all tickets for 31. I've been consistent with that." Her face lit up. "So, I'm not guilty?" "Not guilty," he confirmed, smiling. "So, I'm going to ask you again. Are you guilty or not guilty?" Marilyn laughed now, her whole body relaxing. "Not guilty." "Of course," the judge said with a wink. "Case dismissed." In that moment, the courtroom felt a little brighter. It wasn't just about rules and laws, it was about understanding the stories behind them. Marilyn left that courtroom not just relieved about a dismissed ticket, but feeling a bit lighter, knowing someone had listened,